Welcome to the woods. This is episode 2 of the Woolen Works podcast. I'm Erin.
And I'm Amy.
And we, together with my mom, Barb, are the team behind Woolen Works Designs. Woolen Works Designs is our little corner of the internet where we don't do anything, where my mom makes beautiful bags and accessories for knitters and crocheters. And we are here to talk about all things knitting and yarn and fiber and
a little bit of crochet.
And we are sitting in the woods. We are coming to you from the Pacific Northwest, from my mom and dad's living room, where we love to be, where we love to sit and sip and knit and chat and giggle. So welcome to our space.
Buckle up, because it gets a little silly. If you watch the first episode, thank you for coming back. No promises. We practiced a lot of scripting pre this, and already there's been a few fumbles. So
gone off script.
It is what it is.
Things that we didn't do last time. We didn't tell you where to find us. You can find us at woolenworksdesigns.com. We are also on Instagram
as Woolenworks Designs.
We have our private personal Instagram accounts too, but that's the collective business one. We did not ask you to subscribe,
I think there's
or comment.
Buttons.
There's buttons to press. For those of you that did that, thank you. We appreciate it so much. Actually, we were pretty overwhelmed at.
It was so fun.
The
first week after the podcast went live, it was so much fun.
It was
just
fun.
Seeing people's reactions and whatnot. It definitely made us obviously want to come back and do it sooner than that 1 month that we talked about originally, which that's still our commitment. But
I think this will go up, 4 weeks to the day after the first one. So
we're holding true.
But
we're filming it a little earlier. But
we did in fact talk about wanting to do it earlier. We just have lives. We both have small children. We both work full time.
Tricky.
So we will do what we can do, but just from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. We appreciate it. And there's specific thank yous and shout outs that I want to do too. Sarah from the Kinda Loopy podcast. If you don't know Sarah, she's a delight. She's an actual, we know her in real human life knitting friend. We've met her a couple of times. She has given us a lot of love on her podcast. So her podcast is Kinda Loopy on YouTube. She also is Kinda Loopy on Instagram with 3 O's in the loopy. And she also is doing a giveaway right now with some of our gear. And so I imagine that by the time this goes up, we will know who the giveaway winner is. So if you are here also, congratulations. We're so excited for you because you're going to get something really good. I also wanted to say a special thank you to Julie from the Knitty Cats podcast. Julie's another actual in real human life knitting friend that is in Colorado. She's given us a lot of love and support, and we just thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And then our husbands have been.
I was not going to shout out your husband.
Well, we should. They've earned it.
No, I will. You will understand why I will not be shouting out my husband later on.
They have. They've been.
He's a great guy.
They've been our hype men for this, though.
Okay, fine. He did when we first posted it. As Erin said, I have small children, and so I was up multiple times in the night there the first few days, and my husband's phone was always lit up on his nightstand when I'd come back in our room, and I was thinking oh my gosh, what is he doing? And then it dawned on me when I saw Erin's face, he was running our podcast over and over all night long
to try to get the YouTube algorithm to make us popular. So that was
kudos to him for that.
For the hype man. And then my dad too.
Yeah. Everyone. All of our family has just been so outpouring of support and love about the podcast. It's been like I said, the first week after it went live, it was just so much fun. I had like relatives of mine that don't knit or whatnot reach out and be like, I gotta know, like, did you start a blanket? It's just been fun.
My uncle Eric. Hi.
Yeah.
He's starting to learn how to knit because he said he just was so excited
inspired.
for us. So hi, Uncle Eric. We love you. Also, things that we learned. YouTube editing is not for the faint of heart. I had no idea. So for those of you who do this on a more regular basis, who like have made this a part of your lives, you have all of the awe. This is hard to do, to make it look like not my 6-year-old did it.
Not as simple as throwing a cell phone up and recording and
It is not.
smacking it on YouTube and calling it a day.
So thank you for bearing with us while we are learning. We're excited to be here.
Yeah, it's been fun. I hope it continues.
Same. Also super motivating. So I think we can get into that too in a little bit.
Motivating.
I got a lot more done this month than I have
literally
in a long time.
As soon as we like hit that little stop button last time, I was like instantly, oh my god, I gotta get stuff done. We gotta give the people what they want.
We will talk about them later. Okay. So speaking of, well, I guess what have you been up to since in the last 4 weeks? You've been up to a lot.
Yeah, like in the last 4 hours, I feel like I've been up to a lot. 4 weeks. What have we done? We had, what did we record this before the end of the year?
Mm-hmm.
So we had New Year's. We didn't do anything crazy because again, small children. Nobody wants to do that.
No, we didn't either. We stayed home and went to bed at 9 o'clock. It was glorious.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even like have a desire. Since having children, I could care less about seeing midnight.
I'd prefer not to.
When I wake up inevitably. Hopefully it's at 7 a.m. But it's probably not going to be. No. And I don't think it was that day. So.
No. My kids aren't infants and it's not at 7 a.m. for me. So.
Yeah, no. I went back to work. That's been my biggest change this month. I was on maternity leave. I guess little personal insight here. And so that's been a big adjustment for just kind of everyone involved, getting back into the routine of things. Obviously, take a hit on my knitting time a little bit.
Selfishly, this is very selfish. Selfishly, I was excited. Amy and I work for the same company, not in the same department, not in the same doing the same job, but for the same company. And so we
get to work together sometimes.
Sometimes
we are going to get to work together, I think.
I think so.
Well, yeah. You ignored my ask about scheduling a meeting, so I'm just going to schedule it.
Yeah, do that. So we're just an instant message away from each other during the workday, which is actually like it makes it a lot
I feel
more
very in tune to what you have going on in life because I'll just call her at random if I have like a block on my schedule and I see she's free, and then I get to talk to Avery or get to talk to everyone. Yeah, it's great.
Since we recorded last, my littlest had a birthday. That was kind of the biggest.
God, it was before her birthday? Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm. My littlest's birthday is in the last week of December, so it was a couple of days before we recorded last. But we had a birthday, which is always so much fun. And they went
school days.
Yeah,
that's all I think about your life lately.
They went back to school, sort of, because we've had no school a lot in the month of January.
There hasn't been a full week of school for her kids this whole month, like both scheduled and unscheduled closures.
Yep, which is makes work finagling a little bit more complicated, but we manage. It's okay. And that's basically been it.
Yeah, just kind of life, like that post-holiday. This has helped with like the post-holiday blues, I think.
I think so too.
Like, yeah, the inspiration to try and get as much knitting done as possible, and just like I said, that funness after the video went live. It kind of like made that transition out of Christmas because usually you get in that funk, right? That New Year,
the post-Christmas
hangover. I did not have that.
Mine wasn't as bad. I always have a day. The day that the Christmas tree comes down is like my dark day for the year. That's my husband knows to leave me alone. My kids are learning quickly to leave me alone. That is a dark day.
When did you take your tree down?
Last weekend.
Okay. I thought we had ours up a long time.
No. and it's not fake. It's a real one. And
They live forever.
the day before we took it down, I was sitting in where our tree is. It's like our fireplace, living room. So a fireplace. We have cozy chairs. There's a tree. My knitting basket is in there, and I was sitting in front of the tree in my chair with my knitting,
watching needles fall.
My husband came in the room, and he goes, "Can we not have the lights on that fire hazard, please?" I said, "It's fine. It's fine." And he said, "It's not fine. It's not." And then the next day we had to take it down. So that was my dark day. But
I took mine down in process. Like we took all the ornaments off, and my daughter helped me take them off. And then I took like half the lights off, and then got pulled to take care of a kid at one point. And then like the next morning, I think we were in the living room getting ready for school. My daughter looks over and is like, "Oh, the Christmas tree. It's ugly. Mom, you are taking it down? You helped." Like,
but
it
she's
was
right.
It was so offensive. I mean, yes, it did look ugly. It had lights on like the bottom half.
But it is, if taking the tree down is offensive. I will.
But she just like, I don't know. She totally forgot about it. It was so funny though. There's the shock. How dare you?
What are you doing? No, I'm with her. I always think, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Why am I bringing this kind of negativity into my life?
Gotta happen. Makes it special when you get a new one next year.
I think I'll get a Valentine's tree next year. I'll just get a new one in January.
I think an Easter tree would be cute with a bunch of eggs on it.
I'm here for it. I just want
and
trees.
Bunny ears as a topper.
I just want trees in my house all the time. I want the forest in my home, which checks out because this was my home. All growing up, the forest wasn't my home. So now it's not, and I need it. Okay, should we talk about the shop?
Yeah, featured products in the shop right now. We have these little doohickeys that I feel like, I don't know, you don't know what it is when you just look at it, but in action makes the most sense. So yeah, these little DPN cases.
Got snaps.
They got snaps, and you can see I've got the start of a sock in here, and you just take it out, whatever your project on DPNs is, and voila, like there they all are. Can work away on it. I'm not putting this back in my bag worrying about stitches slipping off. They just, you do a little origami fold here, put it back in there, and safe and secure always. I love mine so much.
I am not a DPN fan. I was, in fact, last night working on finishing up a hat that we'll show in a minute, but it was on DPNs to finish it up. And my husband looked over at me and he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "What?" Because that's what it would look like if I tried to knit. Because there's needles everywhere, and I tell my kids it's time for Mama to rustle a porcupine when I have to put things on DPNs.
Oh my gosh, it's such an accurate description.
Because that's what it feels like to me. It feels like wrestling a porcupine.
I'm not gonna lie, I prefer it if I'm using DPNs for my socks, because I use them for like when I knit my kids' socks. I like 9-inch circulars for big socks because you're just going round and round and round. But for little socks, DPNs totally where it's at. I like to use 2. And I know that drives your mom crazy.
Well, you 3 total.
Well,
like
yeah,
one in
3
the front,
total.
one in the back.
But I like to like just split my stitches in half, and then I have like the top foot, bottom foot, you're each on their own needle, and I just like I don't know, I like it so much. It's tidy, it's clean for like the little amount of needles. It's totally enough space. But I know that your mom's like, what are you doing?
It's pure chaos.
Yeah.
But these help when you're wrestling porcupines. These are porcupine tamers, is what they. And I
even like store my DPNs in these.
Mm-hmm.
So
the shorter ones, yeah.
Yeah.
But we have them in, this one is a particular favorite. For the Gilmore Girls lovers, this is Gilmore Girls Stars Hollow cutie print.
We have some that are like Pendleton wool. You can't really tell obviously in the video, but this is that classic
thick and squishy
wool.
And then these are cotton, but it's more of like a Southwest kind of print. Snaps. And then there's a different colorway of that too.
They look super, nonchalant, but they are very mighty in
They are. And the
use.
snaps are really heavy duty. So the snaps are not going to
Yeah,
come
I've never
down.
had it like open in my bag or anything.
In fact, there. So that's what we wanted to feature this time. They are up. They're listed. We have many, many of them. And for DPN users, they're so helpful for taming the porcupines. We also brought out a bag today because this is one of my favorites. I love this bag. I love this style of bag. It's easy. It's a good size. Yeah, and then the print is...
It matches your vest right now.
I'm very coordinated with the one I picked. With a leather strap.
I used this for my Simple Thing shawl project. I have a project bag that isn't this project bag. It's like our old, very first original, one of the original bags, but it's this fabric. We've had this fabric for so long.
We have. This is one of the first ones that we got. This is Pendleton wool. Most of the fabric on our bags is Pendleton wool.
If it's not, we say it's not.
Yeah, we'll specify.
The only thing I think that we have that we carry that is at times not Pendleton is our sock bags.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is Pendleton.
Yeah, and this is a lighter weight wool. This is the shirt wool, so it's like a flannel kind of feel. It's not the thick blanket wool, but the wax canvas on the bottom is soft and delightful, and it just it's such a perfect match to this print. I love it, and it just feels like a signature kind of print for us. Like this is all of us love the greens, and it just kind of seems to always match with what
what you're working on, what you're wearing.
Love it, love, love it. These are called we call these explorer pouches. No reason why, just that we just made up fun names for them. We made them up.
Name.
So this is the explorer patch. This is the pouch. This is the large size. It is fully lined.
It's good for medium-sized projects.
Yeah, fully lined. Has a zipper pocket inside.
I know some of them we've had where they have like classes pouches in them as well.
Yeah, this one doesn't.
No, I don't think, maybe we haven't done that as of late. I say we.
We don't do any such thing. I will also say, shout out to all of you who asked to see her.
Yeah,
it's really helping our cause. We're trying. She's resisting still, just so you know. She is very resistant still.
She does hold a very important job though while we do this. She's entertaining the children.
She's with all of our children right now.
And so if they were involved.
If you thought it was chaos with just us,
yikes.
Include our minis and then watch the chaos really commence. Okay.
Should we talk finished objects?
Well, let's talk what we're wearing first. You start. And
okay, I'll start and then you can go, and that's a great bridge.
Transitions.
Okay. Got it. Wow. We plan everything so good, guys. I am wearing this is why. What did I just say? This is the weekend sweater, not the weekender. This is the weekend sweater by Darling J'adore. I knit this for perspective. I realized this. I cast this on our beach trip. The same as you cast on your sea glass sweater.
And that's the one you cast on.
I finished it. It was blocking the night, well, I think like the day before we left for the Knitty McPurley retreat. Like I finally finished it and I blocked it then. I did do some modifications to the pattern.
So that would be January 2025. So a year ago.
For those of you guys that are not Knitty McPurley folks, sorry. January. So like you knit this beautiful intricate sweater in the same time that I knit a single
in black
yarn. Yeah, I learned black yarn. Don't. Everyone wants a black sweater. Who doesn't, right? Like black, it's easiest thing to wear. Yes. I would be in a fully lit room and at times need like my little Lumi light to see these stitches because black really quite
sucks all the light out of the room.
I mean, yeah, it all became one. But yeah, so I'm not a fast sweater knitter, obviously. And the yarn that I use is it was Cascade Heritage, probably, yes. In cast iron or something like that. It's black. I don't know, whatever.
It's like true black.
Yeah. There's no like heatheriness about it. It is just solid black. I love it. It's my favorite sweater to wear. It's the third sweater that I knit. I actually knit the same pattern prior. That was the first sweater I ever knit, was a weekend sweater. And I love the pattern so much. I mean, for like a beginning knitter, for just a simple plain sweater, it's a great pattern. My modifications to this, since I had knit the first one, was I realized that when it comes to knitted sweaters, I keep doing this because I'm going to talk about it. I like my sleeves to just be a little bit shorter. I don't like, I know it's going to grow as I wear it. And so I like it shorter because, again, small children just constantly doing things. I don't want it to snag and I don't want it to stretch into my hands. And then the other modification I did for this one was I put in a split hem on it. The pattern itself is just a regular hem, cuff. What is that called? Just cuff.
Hem.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hem. Like a ribbed hem. That's what I was going for. It's just a regular ribbed hem all the way around because it's in the round. And I thought I would really enjoy a split hem. Made the back a little bit longer, as you saw. And we were just talking about this beforehand. I just love the sweater. I love to wear it.
It's just a classic.
Yeah,
It's
I'm glad I made it. I'm not reaching for black yarn anytime in the near future.
I learned my lesson with that too. We'll talk about that later. I finished my vest. Last time we talked about the
I promised you guys she would.
And I tell you, nothing is motivating quite like someone calling you out on the internet. So I thought, better do that. So we talked about this on the last one. This was like a languishing whip from last time. I looked back to try to figure out when I started this thing. Best guess was like late May, early June, and then finished it like 2 weeks ago. Because I think I said, I don't know why I put it in timeout. Something made me mad, and I put it in timeout.
Right, but you couldn't even think of it.
No, well, I remembered.
Oh, okay.
It was 100% operator error. It was the needles that I was knitting it on were just awful. Awful. And the smart decision would have been to like get different needles. Did I do that? No. I committed to the pain. I finished it with the same stupid needles. Then they were just, why did I pick them? I don't know, because they were the size that I needed and they were in front of my face is the only thought.
Was it not like your interchangeables?
No.
Oh.
It was like a trash, probably got it on Amazon, aluminum, awful.
Well, you didn't have to use it for very long, right? Because you would have switched needles for your ribbing.
Yes, I did not rib in those needles. I ribbed in like actual needles that I didn't hate.
I'm gonna call it that forever. What are you doing? I'm ribbing.
Well, I think that is what it is.
It is, but I don't know. I like it. I like the way it sounds.
So, as a reminder, or if you weren't here with us last time, this is the Snuggle Puddle vest by Jeanette Knits. The pattern was actually, when I was looking back at the details of it, as I was trying to wrap my mind around what exactly did I do and how did I do this, the pattern was really beautifully written. She puts a lot of detail in her pattern writing. This was the first time I'd done a V-neck garment, and it was detailed, it was clear, it was easy to follow instructions. The seam up the front of the ribbing on the V-neck is centered double decreases or something like that I'd never done before.
Never even heard those words together before.
So I learned how to do that. So that was exciting. And really when I brought it back home after recording last time, and I thought, okay, I'm committed to this. I just have to get it done.
All it would be done.
So I tried it on, and I was actually like done with the body. I think I did maybe one pattern repeat more, and then started ribbing. So I finished where I thought I was going to go on the body. Then I picked up and did the neckline and the sleeve caps.
That's right. You were so thoughtful about that, and I thought that was a really smart way to approach it.
Well, didn't want it to be done and then think, oh, I made it too long, or oh, I wish it was longer. Like I really wanted it to be the length that I wanted it, because I had an image in my mind of what I wanted, and I just really needed to make sure that it was that. So I did the neckline and the sleeves, and then I blocked it. And so I blocked it, shaped it the way I wanted, measured it to the way I wanted. So that way I knew before I started put the ribbing on the bottom what I wanted.
Exactly what you want.
Yeah. So this is just straight on the bottom. It hits like right just past my hip bone a little bit. It's twisted rib, which I like, which is what was in the pattern. 1x1 twisted rib. And so let's see what else. The yarn. I brought my leftovers. So I have a whole skein. I have a whole skein still that I didn't even crack into.
We didn't even talk about what we did do this month.
Oh, we can talk about that later.
We're gonna talk about that later.
Lots of stuff. Well, this is listed.
Yeah, it's good.
So this is the main color, and this I dyed this one, so it doesn't have a name, it doesn't have a brand. This was my mom and I were playing with yarn dye, and she had a specific green that she wanted, and I had a specific green that I wanted, and we don't dye yarn. We were playing. They have a kind of a kitchenette in their basement. We were playing in the basement kitchen with some pots and some yarn. Like it was like, let's see what happens.
Woolen Works will not be carrying hand-dyed yarn.
Let's throw
that out there right now.
But I like the way it turned out. It's not as dark as I wanted it, and so when I was looking to use it, I mean, it's really pretty.
I think it's so pretty.
I really love the color, but I wanted a little bit moodier. And so this pattern is a worsted weight pattern, and then this is DK weight yarn. So I started to go on the hunt for something to hold with it. And then at the Knitty McPurley retreat in Grapevine, Texas last January, Mystery Mouse yarn was there. And this is their 72% kid mohair, 28% silk in the colorway Grady Fletcher. And it's just this. It's the moody that I wanted. And it just was like so perfect with what I was looking for.
It really is. And it makes such like just variation in the tone of the sweater.
This mohair is so soft.
Yeah, it's made from kids. I didn't know that.
Apparently.
Never heard of kid mohair.
Alpaca. It's so soft. And the halo on it is something incredible. Yeah. Like you can see there's just
Snuggle Puddle is like totally the right name for it, but like partially because of the mohair.
Yeah, I'm fuzzy. I'm real fuzzy. I'm getting pet by my children. Fuzzy.
Gotta love kids.
So that's what I'm wearing.
And finished. So then talk about your other finished product.
Okay. I have a few others. So I have two finishes that I don't have with me because they have been given to their forever homes. But this is the third of it. So I've made 3 of these little hats. This is the Gales of November hat by Jamie Rex. And it's really hard to tell with this yarn, but it has some like twisted stitches.
Yeah, you don't see the pattern with that yarn.
Like at all. That kind of go up at an angle. It is a really pretty pattern
for chunky yarn.
And this one was done with Malabrigo Caracol in the colorway Rose. And then the other 2 that I did another one. This is a baby size. This is an infant size. I did a child size in this same yarn, and I did a child size in Malabrigo Rasta. And I didn't write down the colorway name, I don't think.
It was like a blue, wasn't it?
It was like a blue-green. I didn't write down the colorway name. I'll put pictures up. Yeah, I have them.
Well, there you go. There's that YouTube editing.
But someone that my husband works with requested these for her grandkids for Christmas. So I made them for her. And then this one it's too small. So this one I need to reknit. So what's one of my acquisitions later is more of this yarn so that I can reknit this one in a child size, because I underestimated the head size for this little one. So those I finished this month. here's another, well, I mean, it's finished
She just
except
knit for a lot of children.
I did. This one was a whip last time, and I still have ends to weave in. I have to put a button
No,
on
it's done.
But this is the Entrechat. I think I'm saying that right. Well, probably not, but that's the way I'm going to say it. Fingering Weight by Lisa Chemery. This is for a friend of mine who's having a little baby girl this spring.
So cute.
This is the sweetest little pattern. The stitch pattern on the back is just so cute. It's easy. It knits up really fast. It's fingering weight. I did this in Newburgh Yarn Co. Sock yarn. It was a skein of sock yarn. This is what is still left over of it. This is the second one that I've done out of this skein, and there's still.
This is the never-ending skein, right?
This is the one. Yeah. Like it just keeps going and going and going. I could probably get 2 more of these out of this single skein of yarn, which is great. I knit this on a US 3 needle. It is the 6-month size. So for a US 3 for fingering weight, it's a looser gauge, but it doesn't look.
No, it looks loose. Really good.
It lays really nice. It's got this cute little ruffle on the back, and then you put a little button right here to button it closed. So it's just a sweet little warm weather shrug.
It is a go-to.
So that was a whip last time. Check that one off the list.
Proud of you.
And then my last finish is my black yarn experiment. It's not black. It doesn't even count because it's really not. And it's right now covered in dog hair. So it has not been washed or blocked because I finished it last night. This is a muscle.
It's going to look black.
It is going to look black. This is a Musselburgh hat.
Can you tell?
But really,
it's
good. Not black. It's not black. It looks to me like an oil slick. Like it's got purple and green and blue and red and gray and black and kind of a golden. Like it's so pretty. This yarn is so pretty. I loved working it up. This was a sock set. So here's the leftover of the sock set. It came with like a really pretty teal mini that I obviously didn't use.
No, but you'll totally use that with something else.
Oh, I will. This is Dragon Horde yarn Myth sock set. So it's 75-25 merino nylon in the colorway Christmas in Valaris. And that, if you don't know Valaris, then ask me about a book series you should read.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. But Christmas in Valaris, I got this 2 years ago, I think we decided.
Yeah, not this Christmas, last Christmas.
And I've been I didn't want it to be socks. I don't know. I just had it had been sitting around on my shelf, and I was.
It is hard.
Not thinking.
Such pretty yarn.
I was thinking I didn't want it to be socks, and so then this month I decided I really want a Musselburgh hat. I knit one for my husband last year, but I didn't have one for myself, so I did that. I did the adult medium. So that's a pattern by Zolda Teague. I did adult medium.
Oh, you did it on size 3.
I did this one on a size 3 needle too.
Pattern calls for a size
1. The pattern is so it's like it's in any it's in any yarn, any needle. Just it goes by gauge. So it gives it has like a grid, and it says if your gauge is this, then knit it like these are the size specifications. So you start knitting, you cast on, and you start knitting until you can measure your gauge, and then you make decisions on how many to increase to. And so this one is you cast. It's a tube. You cast on at the top with like 8 stitches, and then you knit a little bit until you figure out what your gauge is, increase to the specifications of your gauge, knit, 1,000 miles of stockinette.
So much knitting.
A lot of knitting. And then start decreasing on the other end. So then you decrease down until you bind off, and then one end goes into the other, and it's a really warm, it's like double knit.
It's like the Carhartt hats.
Yeah.
That's what I think it's like most comparable to. Is it looks like the good old like classic Carhartt beanie.
Mm-hmm. I did this. I cast this on Friday the 16th. So I did it in a week and a day. And I bound
That's
off
a very
yesterday.
fast knit. I'm impressed with you.
I was on a mission to get this done. For no reason other than I
You
just
wanted, well, you wanted it done.
well, for this, but also I just wanted it done. Like I was just at every spare moment, I was going. And this is when I was doing decreases on it last night when my husband was like, "What are you doing? Why do you have so many needles?" Because I was wrestling porcupine. So that is my last finish.
I love it.
I'm gonna put this back together while you talk.
Okay. If you were here last time, you know I'm on a mission to finish. I have a tote of languishing whips that are all socks, really. That for one reason or another have been started and put away at times. The two that are left are holidays, so like that's why. But I did finish the DK weight pair. I don't remember.
Those
it
are
was
so
like
cute. Those are like slippers. I love
they're
them.
literally
They're like
perfect for
Valentine's Day slippers.
yeah. So they're not actually even for me. They are for my cousin because I think she started them.
She did. I was at your house when she started them.
Okay, yeah. So I finished them for her, and I'm sending them home with her or to her. But yeah, I finished those because I figured they'd be the fastest, easiest. It's like a Regia, whatever the Regia DK weight sock yarn is, and I don't even have the card anymore, so sorry. But they're cute.
So cute.
And then I finished these socks. These were also like one of those ones that I cast on, and then I don't even know why. They just sat there for a long time. But they are super cute.
Oh, I like the stripes on them.
Thanks. Me too. It was a sock set that came with 2 minis. Like I love sock sets. When you throw in a second mini, thank you, because who doesn't love more yarn?
But also that's a lot of pressure.
What do I do with it? Yeah. So it was a Polka Dot Creek sock set, and the main color is caramel apple, and then the pink, which I think is so funny, it's lipstick, and then the brown is cinnamon. So again, like
That's so
totally
cute.
Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is like a theme right now in my house. But I don't know when I started these. I finished them this last week, and they're actually a gift for my mother. So also not keeping these, but they're done and they're out of my bag. So that's all that I am excited about. And then I got really distracted. I actually had this moment where I felt like I needed to cast on anything and everything because I had to have stuff to show off to you guys.
See, it's so much pressure. It's motivated pressure.
And then I also, like, along with clearing out the stuff that I have started, I feel like this year I'm really on a mission to like use up the scraps that I have. But I love to knit socks. So a lot of my scraps are sock scraps, which is great. We'll talk about that in our works in progress and what I'm doing with all of those pieces of scrap yarn. But then I have stuff lingering that isn't sock yarn, and then it's like, what the heck do I even do with this? So I think I did this in like a day.
That's so cute.
I love it so much. So it's a simple thing is the pattern that I followed, but I had 24 grams of this yarn left. And I actually, like, I'm so excited, and I wanted a short, simple thing. I was inspired by a homespun house watching hers. I think she might like double up one, but she like has one that she wears, and she just wears it right around her neck. And I thought, like, that's so cute. I love it so. My husband told me this morning I'm never gonna wear it.
Yes, you will.
See.
She will, just because he said she wouldn't.
That is true. I will make sure it gets worn, and I will make sure he sees it at some point.
She'll overwear it just to prove a point.
But it's like, I mean, it's not big by any means.
No, it's
so cute though, and it used up all of my scraps that I wouldn't have done anything with otherwise because it's worsted. It's not going to go in any of my finger weight scrappy things. But the yarn is Hue Loco, and I bought it on sale at Knotty Lamb about 3 to 4 years ago in the colorway Spruce. So I don't know if that exists anymore, but it's really pretty color.
What did you do with it originally?
I did a sable cowl.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so now I have 2 neck things out of the same yarn, but it's that pretty. I'm not even bothered by that.
No, you'll wear that a lot.
Yeah. And then also trying to get rid of the other yarn, a simple thing was my next go-to as well. I was given this Viking yarn alpaca breeze, and I don't know what to do with it. It's 60% baby alpaca, 11% merino, and 29% nylon. And its weight is unknown. Bulky? I don't know.
That's not English.
Yeah, it's not in English.
So
yeah, I think I've
whatever
looked it up.
that is, I don't speak that.
It is, yeah, I don't know. But they're 50-gram skeins, and I have 8 of them. So I figured like I needed to do something.
Are they all the same color?
No, there's 4 in this jean blue and 4 in a gray. You can feel it now. I told her she couldn't feel it because it's so soft.
Stop.
Is that not the softest thing ever? I mean, in the simple things, it's like so squishy. It's so
well, it's garter, and so it's
I haven't blocked it or anything yet. I don't even know that I will, but like
I don't even know you need to.
It's so soft.
It is so soft. It's like the kind of soft when you're shopping for like baby blankets and you're like touching them.
No, who wants a
No, they'll barf on it.
Yeah,
no, don't give this to your child.
not.
This is for you. This is not for your children. But it's that kind of like when you feel like the softest soft baby, it just gets you. That's what this is.
See, that's why I wouldn't let you touch it until now. I needed her reaction to be live.
Oh, I want one.
I have the yarn. Do you want it? You can have it.
Maybe we'll talk later.
But anywho, so it's like not even a very long one either. But again, oops, sorry guys, I'm messing with the mic.
With that though, it's thick.
It is thick.
I wouldn't necessarly want.
I'm worried I'm not gonna wear this one because
you'll get sweaty in that one.
Yeah,
that's a cold weather one.
Be in cold weather that we still don't have.
I mean, it was chilly today.
It's like cold, but it's not snow cold. It's not wet cold. It's just not like wet dry cold.
It's hair static weather here. And this morning at my house, it was like 27, 28 degrees. So
I think it was 25 when we got up.
Cold. Yeah. It's cold, but it's so dry. And every time, both me and my girls, every time we go outside, our hair goes like it's just, we look like we stuck our finger in a light socket every time we go outside.
That's the end of my finished objects. I just like to touch it.
I mean, yes.
And like the cake of it is just like,
you should make one of these out of it.
No,
there's enough.
Now that I use that, it would have to be striped.
I don't know. I used 3 balls.
Right. So I have 200 grams of the gray and now 150 of the blue.
Or you can just make 100 of those.
I don't like gram yardage math for things to figure out. Yeah, I can make 100. If I like you and you're interested, reach out. Because I could maybe make you one.
And you did it fast too.
I did do it kind of fast. Because I did this one first. I finished the socks. So I probably worked on it this last week.
Yeah.
But
that's
the yarn is kind of funky. It's like,
well, it's got a nice halo on it too.
It does. And it's almost like, remember that stuff that your mom bought at Knotty Lamb? It's like almost tubular.
Oh.
That makes sense.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
But look at the halo. I don't know if you can see. There's a good halo on that one too.
It's
quite
cozy.
Delightful.
It's very
cozy. Okay. Well, let's see. What are you working on?
Start with this. This is one of those holiday pairs of socks that has been
very, very cutie bag.
I cast this on not this last year, but like 2024 Christmas. It's the West Yorkshire Spinners Sparkle in the colorway Nutcracker.
I love the sparkle.
It's so good. This is my first sock. I really haven't worked on it very much. So, but like sock wise, I'm not allowing myself to cast on any other socks until I get through this pair. So that will get my focus when it comes to those quick take things with me on the go knitting, or like sitting at my desk or through meetings or whatnot. This is what I will be working on. So hopefully I have maybe another pair of finished socks to show you guys next month. And then I didn't bring my blanket.
No.
You guys.
We'll put a picture in.
I didn't
Talk
even
about
think about it. So sorry, jumping back to finished objects. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Because I'm done, dead to me. We're over. Like I said, New Year, I was gonna move on. I did. I did finish the blanket though. And I finished it before New Year's Eve. I finished it, I think. On the birthday.
On my daughter's birthday.
But I like finished it with all the yarn that I had. I didn't have to bind it off at 11:30 on New Year's Eve and waste a bunch of yarn. But no, it finished well and it came out exactly how I'd pictured it 3 years ago. And it's beautiful and it's hanging on a blanket ladder in my house with all my Pendleton blankets because no one's allowed to touch them, and my family knows that. Periodically, my husband will ask, hey, are we going to be allowed to use these things in the near future?
No.
Well, we have children that eat yogurt on our couch. We absolutely will not. So
no,
TBD, sir.
I'll put a picture in. It's picture worthy. It's beautiful.
It is.
And
it's so big. Yeah, it's like it's cozy. Someday somebody will enjoy it. Hopefully it's us. And hopefully it's not too
someday
far away.
We can have nice things.
Someday we can. We'll see. Doesn't feel like it right now, but we'll get there.
You're in the thick of it.
Wow, I cannot believe that I just totally. I knew when we were leaving our house, like there is something I'm forgetting. Okay, well that also finished. So then working on, because I finished that, I was able to start the other blankets that I had talked about. Again, my goal is really I have so much scrap sock yarn. And I also have so much unused sock yarn. So I really need to
we'll get to that later.
Yeah. So my plan this year, and I'm so excited because I finished my blanket and I got to start on this, is I wanted to do a cozy memory. Don't mind all the ends here.
The ends are mine all.
Well, and I guess I'm in the middle of a square, so that wasn't the best choice on my part.
But all the ends, like I was looking at my blankets this morning, going,
it's gonna be awful.
I really should do that before at the end.
But so yeah,
probably won't.
So I started Coziest Memories by, is it Kemper Ray? Kemper Ray. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. And I just have started throwing in squares of sock yarn, and I'm holding it double because Erin reminded me that a fingering weight blankie does not sound like the coziest thing on the planet.
Also, they take forever.
And they take forever. I had done a square. I did this one this morning.
I love it.
And speaking of yarn that was dyed, this is stuff that we dyed at one point. Yeah. I had done a square
sock yarn for each other,
like a long time ago, to make sure to figure out that I was going to do it held double. And then when I went to pick it up after I finished that blanket, I could not for the life of me remember how many stitches I cast on. So I just started pulling between the stitches. And I think past Amy's logic was, oh, I don't need as many as the pattern says, because I remember I started it with the pattern and it was too big of a square, which in hindsight, that's not a real problem, but whatever.
That just eats up more yarn.
Yeah, good way to go, past Amy. But I am quite confident that I cast on 32 stitches for that first square, because that's half of the typical sock stitch count that I cast on. So,
these are so
maybe that's
cute.
why I remembered it. They are, and some of them, so I'm not doing anything special with it. So there's some self-striping and pattern socks in here that you're not getting in the square because I'm pulling from both ends of the skein. But then I had this pair of socks that I had separated and done 2 at a time. So I was able to keep it in the pattern. And I thought that was just kind of a nice little
and it's,
change up.
It's called Coziest Memory. And
Oh, I remember all these
This
socks.
is Amy's yarn. This is not even my yarn, but I know that this was from Easter socks from before, and I know that my brother has socks made out of this.
Literally, we'll talk about these socks, but today my husband, these socks, you'll get to see them later. He was like talking about how the colorway is for the toes and the cuff is black coffee, and he was like, that doesn't look like black coffee, and I was like, well, that doesn't look like what it looked like when I knit them for you, because this square is what it looked like when I knit them for you.
He just really loves his hand knit socks. He wears them all the time.
Yeah, his black coffee is very faded. But yeah, so I just have a bunch of my yarn in here, and I work through my square, and then it goes, this is also, sorry, an OG Woolen Works bag. And then it goes into this bag, which on the theme of this podcast, if you know, you know, this cutie little greetings from Printhia bag that Erin got me, I think for my birthday.
I have one too. I don't know where it is. It's here somewhere.
Hers has coffee stains on it.
It does. That's how we can tell the difference.
Then I am also holding sock yarn double here, and I learned to crochet, asterisk, single crochet, because that is all I'm doing here in this blanket. Once I finish my squares, I take the yarn, throw it in this bag, and I am just single crocheting. Chaos.
Like the most beautiful chaos
I love
that
it.
has ever
I
existed.
love it so much. It's so, I mean, it's so fun. Like none of the colors are coinciding. I just am like reaching in the bag and grabbing out scraps. Like right now, what I have a brown and a Hufflepuff self-striping yarn on here. And then I'm gonna tie into this game like when I'm all done. And yeah, I just single crochet down, turn it, single crochet back. And it is eating the yarn, and I love that. Couldn't tell you how many I chained on because I just chained it and then laid it across the blanket that I had laying next to me on the living room floor and was like, yeah, we like the size of that blanket. So, you know, real formal stuff over here.
Listen, it's gonna make something delightful. So talk about trailer blankets.
I was gonna say, this is our new trailer blanket. Since the lava blanket didn't work out, this is our new one. I love it so much. I am running into issues though with this process of mine where I like make my square, then it goes into this bag, because I do have some colors that aren't even in here because like
that's a lot of yarn.
This is a lot of yarn, and like I could do
I
another pair of socks.
That yarn.
You want it?
I have probably that much of my own.
I love it too, but I made socks with it. I even went up to my sock bin today to check and see like, why do I have so much left? Because sock yarn just goes a long ways. But I have it, and like I have that Easter yarn. Mm-hmm. I have like the 4th of July sock set that is in there that I pulled out, and I need to like commit to using my scraps, or I'm gonna find myself, I think, in the same boat of having all this excess sock yarn.
You could always just attach it and then go until you're tired of it.
I want it out of my like stash though. I want it out of my like bin of. I want to empty that bin.
It would be great to empty the scrap bin.
And we'll talk about that. I have so much yarn. I could afford to use all the scraps, especially if I've already knit 1 or 2 pairs out of them. Those are my in progress. Okay. What are you working on?
Well, I don't have a lot that I'm working on. I have a lot of things in the queue to work on. But I was just on a mission to finish that muffle burrow. So
you finished like big things.
And like that was this month was about let's clear out the basket full of things that have been languishing forever. And I did a lot of that. So I haven't done a lot of cast-ons this month. This is in one of our drop bags. It's wax canvas, nice little handle. So it just rolls up. This is the bag that I normally have with me at work. And so this is my work project right now. Fun fact, knitting is the single best way to get through meetings that you don't want to be in. Single best way. single best way.
I pay so much more attention.
I do. Well, I do too, because if I don't want to be in the meeting,
I start doing other
then
stuff.
I'm on my email, or I'm working on other projects, or work, like then I stop listening.
Yep.
So 2 things about knitting during meetings that save my bacon is, first of all, that helping me pay attention to what's happening in the actual meeting and not in the pile of emails that I have to go through. But the other thing, anybody that knows me well knows that my face is made of glass. I hide 0 emotions on my face. I've stopped trying. I can't do it. It's just not a skill that
You're going to know how she feels.
All the time, 100% of the time. So if there's something happening in a meeting that is making me have feelings of any sort, and I don't necessarily want those feelings to be front and center, then I do this. And then people can't see.
Oh my gosh. Have you seen what Megan's wearing?
Is she wearing these socks?
Yes.
That's so cute.
That is so cute.
So these are Avery's.
Okay.
I cast these on my daughter's birthday, which is December 30th. So that's because we were going to the movies for her birthday, and I wanted something to do in the movie.
You were going to Utopia too. It was cute. You should have watched it.
I did watch it. I knitted while I watched it.
I can't watch I don't know. I still have to look at my knitting. I'm not a
I
looker upper.
Can't do ribbing without looking. So I cast on the ribbing at home before we went to the movie. And it's just, I don't know. I didn't count. I just started going until it felt like that's probably fine. And I don't think I've picked these up since the movie. So this is all movie, actually. Because then I had other things this month to work on too. For knitting. This is, I have the yarn tag in here. This is Miss Q's Fiber Goods. That's the tag in the colorway Pinky Promise. It's hand dyed in Portland, Oregon, so it's local to us. It is cute.
It is. It was Valentine's Day last year that we acquired that.
No, but it's a perfect little Valentine's little sock, or a my children's sock and a your child sock. So this is for my now 6-year-old, and then it's ready for the heel, which is why I haven't. She's telling, she has the opinions. She always has the opinions, and I want her to like them and wear them, so I'm letting her drive with the opinions. So she told me how long she wanted it, and so we knit until she said it was fine. And then this one is just, it's gray and sparkly. So this will be the heel and the toe.
That'll be so cute.
So these will be for Ave. I would like to get them done by Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it'd be cute.
And then, as sock yarn goes, it's a huge skein. There's a lot of it.
You need a cozy on that bad boy.
I know, but I had them all used up. So now I have them all. I have a bunch of them freed up now.
That's so funny.
Need to get one on there.
Reagan says it's the only socks that don't hurt her feet.
Well, it is soft.
I roll.
But I hope I have enough I don't hope. I know I'll have enough to make my older daughter a pair too. So
oh my gosh, this is the sock.
Them.
For my skein, this was the first skein of sock yarn that I used completely. I made Reagan shorty socks, me shorty socks. I made baby socks out of it, and then I made Megan a pair of matching socks.
Oh, that's right. That's cute.
Out of all of that. So
well, Kennedy, my older daughter, likes shorty socks. I don't know what she'll want with this ones, but there's probably, quite frankly, enough to make all 3 of us socks.
Totally.
If mine are shorty. So those are the socks that I'm working on. And now my meeting time is freed up. So I still have, there's been no progress on this. This is the blanket, Knitty McPurley Blanket Club.
Oh, are you keeping the new ones on lockdown? I haven't even seen them yet.
Because I don't have them yet.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have them. It's supposed to come either tomorrow. Today is Sunday. It's supposed to come either Monday or Tuesday this week. So then I can keep going. But I love it. So again, this is the
first square.
The first square of the Good Morning Blanket by Pearl Soho. This is block A. Zero progress has been made since last time. What I have made progress on, so that blanket block didn't use all of the yarn in the sock
so
club.
cute.
So I cast on northeasterly blanket also because I want.
You want to use them all?
This yarn is for blankets. It will be blankets. That's it. That's all. Blanket yarn. So I wanted to use every inch of the yarn in blankets, and so that's what I'm doing. So that's what I started with the Knitty McPurley Sock Club yarn, and then I also have. I went through my scraps, and any DK weight yarn that I had that was 10 grams or less in scraps, I put in this bag. And I have, this is, my mom made this bag too. My favorite Disney movie is Up. So she made me an Up bag. That's what it's living in right now. But I'm just picking up whatever random scrap, and this is the only one that's not the Knitty McPurley Blanket Club that I've done. But it's just gonna
be like your cozy memory.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knit this stripe until I feel like that's the size I want, and then I will move on. But I'm using every single inch of this yarn, and I'm
glorious
knitting it until it's gone. So that
okay. So they're not even they're not going to be the same.
Nope.
In theory, they'll be similar because obviously.
Well, these ones, were because they each stripe used the same amount. But this is what I had of this one. This yarn is gone, and I used this is all I have left of this scrap is just this little chunk, enough to weave in. And then I have, like this one, which is
what a good use of scraps.
8 or 10 grams, and here's a little white one that's like probably 4 or 5 grams, and I'm just gonna reach in and grab what I grab, and this is good like evening couch knitting.
Yeah. And clear out the bin. The goal.
And that is all that I have that I'm working on.
Okay, now we have to tell you guys what we've done. So how Erin talked about wanting to use Ravelry and making project pages.
We have,
and I took that and I realized that I had to do that too.
And what is happening next is not my fault.
Then I decided to one-up her. And because I did it, then she had to do it, have uploaded our entire stash of unused yarn. I will say, I didn't include any scraps, anything that was no, I'm not doing that. Or those skeins that we did the Advent, I didn't put that kind of stuff in there. But anything that's brand new, packaged up,
that still has the ball band on it.
Yeah, it's on there now, and doing it was this is ridiculous. 2 months from now, you're gonna it's gonna get out of date, whatever. I love it so much. I love my yarn is on display in my office. It's in a hanging thing that's clear and you can see a lot of it. But something about scrolling through my pages online is even more satisfying. There's pictures on
shopping.
All of it.
It's because it's like yarn shopping, only you're yarn shopping out of your own stash.
Yes, and I get to see all the beautiful yarn in one place. Because, of course, once I started doing it, then I just, kept unearthing yarn in places. I cached away like a little squirrel. I don't know. And so then, so we're using Stash feature on Ravelry now, as well as the WIPs pages. And it sounds like we both have queued up projects as well. So
I will link both of our Ravelry accounts.
We are Ravelrying real hard.
Right? I've had a Ravelry account since I think 2011. It's been a long time. And I've used it to look up patterns. I've never used it in its entirety until this week. I
bought the Rabbit app.
It's a goodie.
It's a bunny. So play on words.
Yeah, the icon is like a bunny's butt. Yeah, it's really cute.
I do like that feature a lot. It made uploading my stash and whatnot a lot.
You can take pictures from the app and it uploads it into Ravelry. You can search from it. You can look through your stash. You can add project pages. You can do a lot in the app, and it makes it a lot easier.
I just told a fellow crafter about Ravelry because they had never heard of it. and it shocked me. And I was like, hey, you know what? Use it for what you want. You can ignore some stuff on it, but
It's not perfect.
It's not perfect.
Nobody's ever going to say that
whatever.
it is.
Nobody,
but
use it as you want to use it.
For the purposes of stash tracking and project queues, it's great.
It really is. And like keeping everything in one place. I have a binder of printed patterns. I'm excited because I've started buying patterns on Ravelry, and so they are just all there. Quite nice.
It was a lot of fun. Do you remember what your number was? Are we gonna give all of our secrets away?
Oh yeah, that's did I like write it down somewhere? I do remember my number. I do. Okay. So yes, the other part of doing that was that we. Oh yeah, you sent it to me, but it was on Teams. We got to see how much yarn we have in our stash. So like again, Erin tracked her ins outs last year, which we're going to do again this year. We're not going to talk about it on this podcast though, because I don't have my numbers for that because my blankets.
We still have a week, so we still have a full week.
I'll post it on our Instagram,
and I will use every moment of the week before I track.
1,000%. I have to put as many squares into that cozy memory blanket as I can, so that I can just crochet it all into the other one. But let's see, Erin's grand total.
I think it was like 7,096.
It was 7,000 something. Where is mine?
Grams, not yards. Grams.
Yeah.
And again, this is not scrap yarn. This is
Erin's grand total in her skein or in her yarn is 7,087. Sorry.
I was going to say that seems like a lot more than I thought.
And mine was 7,735 grams of brand new skeins of yarn. I thought that was a lot. And then that's the picture that I have. And then I was watching Knitty Natty. And she did this. You guys, she has 36,000 grams of yarn in her stash. So
when we were talking about it, about my response to, I just hit the microphone, probably was loud. My response was, Amy was like, we think we have a lot of yarn. I said, I think we need to go shopping. So guess what? We did. So moving to this, we added to our stash. Actually, I did my stash calculation after we went shopping.
I did mine too.
But I did say after we saw other people,
more shopping.
I said, listen, I feel like we're actually behind. We need to go shopping, is what I actually felt like. I brought my bag. This is from Knotty Lamb, our most favorite yarn store. We talked about it, and then we decided we haven't seen them in a long time, so we needed to see them. Okay,
we were influenced by Table 10. I think we can say that. I'm like adult enough to acknowledge that.
I am highly influenced by Table 10.
And we bought Spin Cycle. We each only can afford one skein though.
Right now.
Because so we both got their
Spin Cycle Dyed in the Wool.
Yep, which is their sport weight. And it's so pretty. I get it so much.
I think I'm way too crinkly.
I know, I took my stuff out of the bag so that I what colorway is yours?
Mine is called Nostalgia. And it is my palette. It is just everything that I love about colors all together.
Mine is Reykjavik. I don't know that I'm saying that right, but it's the gray color.
It's really pretty.
It's so pretty.
Okay. We went to Knotty Lamb on Martin Luther King Day, a day that my children didn't have school. So my children were with us. It was Amy and I, my mom, my girls.
They bullied her the entire time.
The entire time. As it turns out.
Before we left her house, we were admiring the yarn that she already has in stash that her children have picked out at other events. Wanting something done with.
Raise up the next generation right. Well, the next generation in my household can go yarn shopping. They have expensive taste too. They do. especially the little one.
Yeah.
My 6-year-old, decadence is her jam. She is fancy. She is fabulous. She is very into fashion. She loves it. And she can pick out some yarn, as it turns out. She brought
Spin Cycle,
Spin
I think,
Cycle.
originally, and it's
she's going to the store, like,
No.
through Knotty Lamb, picking stuff up. Insert
Cashmere.
Oh yeah, just all of the decadence.
Yeah.
And I finally had to stop. Like, you need to stop.
I don't buy this for myself.
Stop touching the soft yarn. Stop touching any of the yarn. I can't afford any of what you are bringing to me right now. What we finally landed on, and so I told my girls both, if you see something that you love, and you can tell me what you would want me to make with it, and promise that you will wear it or use it, then I will buy you a thing. Singular.
She didn't stick to that. She only has 2 kids.
I have 2 kids. My older wanted a hat, and she picked out this, which is very her. This is very much her colors. It's a Malabrigo bulky weight, and it just looks like a mermaid.
It really does. It like
greens and pinks and blues and purples and teals, and
it looks pearly.
It does. And so she picked this one out, and also picked a fantabulous pom-pom to go with it. They like the big pom-poms, and this one is
they fought over this pom-pom.
They did.
Kennedy found it first.
They did. Yeah, so it's Kennedy's.
It is hers, but the younger one was very unpleased.
But it was hard won. The younger one pointed out that it has a removable snap on it.
Oh, so they're gonna share it.
So there is a potential for interchangeable. I don't know that the older sister is going to be okay with that, but that's the younger one's plan. So
naturally,
we'll see how it happens.
True.
So this is going to be,
fashion.
and she picked out her hat pattern. She picked out the Wister hat by Courtney Kelly. It's in my Ravelry queue, linked to the yarn.
I don't even know my Ravelry username, but we should probably include that.
I'll link it.
Yeah.
I know. I have it on yours. Remember I stalked you on it?
Yeah, we are friends now. Who's your other friend? You had more than just me.
I think it's the Table 10.
Oh, okay.
I have friended Rachel and Renee of the Table 10 podcast. I love
knitting maniacs.
Yeah.
Kind of what
I'm highly influenced by their decisions. My youngest picked out this bit of decadence. This is Illimani Amelie, which is 56% mulberry silk, 40% baby alpaca, 4% merino. It's a blown yarn, and it's a silk chainette structure. It is like a cloud. It is so soft and fuzzy. There's like fibers flying everywhere. And she picked this.
I mean, that's going to be so cute.
Pom-pom to go on top of it.
But the issue is this pom doesn't go with Kennedy's yarn. There's no swappers.
There's not. She thinks there will be. There's not. This goes very nicely with this. So this could go. This could not go with the other one. So I'm going to do for her the Towards North hat by Asita Krebs for Avery. And her pattern uses this exact
that's perfect.
yarn. So I thought, and it's
meant
beautiful. Yeah, very cute. We'll see if they actually wear them. Okay, I have more, but you go.
When we went to Knotty Lamb, I told myself I was not allowed to buy sock yarn because
how'd that go?
I have so much sock yarn. But I did buy sock yarn. This is Echoes Gusto wool, and I was so excited by it because it is 100 grams, but it is pre-split into 250-gram skeins, and I just think like, thank you. Yes, I loved it, and honestly, like price point, it's $19. I can get down with $19 socks. It's 80% merino, 20% nylon, super wash. So just like, I don't know, go to, easy peasy. I couldn't not get it. I had to get it.
Not a choice.
Yeah. And it's a pretty one. They don't have fancy color names. It's 1526. Except for I think when I put it in Ravelry, it did have a name.
It's very pretty. Very woodsy.
I loved it. Yeah. It's got tan blues. Kind of oceany.
A little bit, yeah.
Beachy.
The sock yarn that my youngest picked out is, if I say this wrong, I'm going to get in trouble. Just so you know, I am going to say it wrong, and I will be in trouble. My mom is a French connoisseur, and I will butcher this, and
That's
I will
why
be
she's
in trouble.
fancy.
She is fancy. La bien aimée. She'll tell me if I'm wrong.
She educated us in the car
She
how
did.
to say it, and I didn't listen.
But it is hand. I don't know what it is actually.
Is it all in French?
Because I can't read that. Yeah, all in French.
It's cute. It looks like a strawberry lemonade.
It does look like strawberry lemonade. Avery picked this one out. It's got some cute speckles in it, and she
Like
said,
purple and pink.
"Granny, it's French." So then, of course, between Avery and she recruited my mom to help her cause. Then
Have to get it.
It came home with me. She is maintaining that she will wear socks out of it, so we will see.
Okay. I'll go in order here. My last thing that I acquired at Knotty Lamb, I have made these sweaters, and I feel like I need to be a big girl knitter and make like sweater with really like not that sorry guys, not that Cascade is not like nice yarn. I love this yarn. It's so go-to for me, and it's just like at a good price point. I feel like I don't want to spend $30 on a skein of yarn when I know I need to buy 6 of them for a sweater. Like I just
Makes it more challenging.
Yeah, like they're already labors of love. We don't need them to be labors of financial love as well. I don't know, but I want to expand my horizons and branch out a little bit. So I was looking for a sweaters quantity because I also recently discovered a sweater that I do want to make. Even though I know I'm going to be mad when I'm making it, I still
last time that we don't want to be garment knitters. And then here we
by.
are.
Yeah, I stand by. I'm not a garment knitter. I don't like it. I just want the garments. So I came home with I had to get 11 skeins of this. Shouldn't have said that. My husband's going to do the math. I had to get 11 skeins of this.
I can edit that part
because
out.
Thanks. Because they are 50-gram skeins. But it is the Fiber Co. and they're going out of business.
Or they're not having that.
They're not, or
line or something. This
something
particular
about this
yarn is not going to be available anymore.
Yeah. It's their Acadia Untamed Wilderness. And it is. I
saw the colorway too, which is even better.
It's DK weight. And like I said, they're 50-gram skeins. It is 60% wool, 20% alpaca, and 20% silk.
Oh.
So it's squishy and soft. I think it's going to make such a nice
really
sweater.
drapey.
It is, and it's perfect. The colorway is beaver here. Go babes. And like price point wise, obviously it's not great. GK weight, so I didn't have to buy as much. And I plan on using this to make the clay sweater by Ozetta. And I like, as much as I hate knitting garments, I'm really excited because I saw that sweater and it was one of those things where you see it and you're instantly like, I need that. So I'm excited to start that at some point. I'll show you it as a finished object maybe a year from now if we're lucky.
Nope, pressure. Pressure is on.
Oh,
next time Amy's gonna wear it.
I have one other sweater I can wear before it. It's okay. I'm gonna gauge swatch for this. So I'm also growing as a knitter in that I think gauge swatches are dumb. But because I've invested in this financially and I love it so much, I want to make sure that I am doing it right.
Are you going to wash and block your gauge swatch too?
With the umbilical cord, yeah.
Yeah.
I will not be cutting the yarn. It will all stay intact because you can betcha I'm going to undo that gauge swatch and I'm going to use that yarn.
100%.
Cannot waste it.
My shopping is not done. I have more.
I still have one.
Oh, you do? Okay,
yeah.
Go.
Oh, We can take a turn.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't get this at Knotty Lamb.
Okay. I still have 2 that I got. 3 that I got. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you need to do a few.
Yes. So I got another skein. So the hat, the little hat that I need to reknit, this one, I didn't have enough yarn to reknit it. So I thought, this is actually, I told Amy, I said, I have to go to Knotty Lamb
This is why we went.
today. Because I need to get this particular yarn, which they had in stock. I checked. Malabrigo. It's super bulky. Caracol. How do we say that? In the colorway Rose. I needed to get another one of those so I can reknit that little hat. So I got that. I will be doing that this week. Those hats, they go so fast. It'll take a couple hours. I'll get it done hopefully.
Easy peasy.
Maybe tonight even. Okay. Which one first? I'll do this one first. So I got this. I got this one skein, Life in the Long Grass, Aran weight. The colorway is Lush. Backstory behind this yarn: I bought a sweater's quantity of this yarn last year before.
I think it was the year before last.
Year before last. And I made a Felix sweater out of this yarn, and I hated it. It didn't fit right. I was on gauge, and I knit the size that I should have knit, but for whatever reason,
she tried it on for us.
It's awful.
It didn't. It looked weird, and it
was not good.
Like if you put,
it was not good for whatever it was. Whatever demon infiltrated that sweater, not good. So I yarded
one too many curse words.
So many. The theme of my garment knitting is how many bad words can go in the making of this knitting. Turns out a lot. So I knew that I had used up all the yarn that I had on the sweater. And I knew if I was going to make something that was bigger, I was going to need more yarn. So I went back and I got another skein of the same colorway and then proceeded to yard the whole thing out. So now I have a mountain of crinkly.
So crinkly.
It's like curly spiral hair crinkly that needs to be washed and you know.
But now you have so much yarn.
Yeah.
And she counted it back in her stash, and I was like, that's silly. You don't need to do that.
I did.
You already used it.
But it's unused now.
I get the logic, but my brain would be like, no.
It's stash categorized. So I have a new sweater's quantity of this. What I'm going to do with it, don't know yet. It will be some sort of other Aran weight sweater when it grows up that is not the Felix. Other people knit them, and they look adorable on them.
Your mom has one, and it's so cute.
So cute. Yeah, that's why I made it, was because I saw mom, and I thought, oh, so cute. Not for me. Not for me. The last thing I purchased at Knotty Lamb is this skein. This is Lamb Good Fibers, which is their house line. This is Classy Fingering Black Label, because apparently my youngest gets her taste from her mommy. It is fingering weight, 70% alpaca, 20% silk, 10% cashmere, and it feels like it.
It's more expensive than the spin cycle.
We're not talking about what it was.
But it's so worth it.
But
so
the spin
soft.
cycle is a 50-gram skein.
That's true.
And this is a 100-gram skein.
Take it back. Revoke. Edit that out. Wrong. Fact check.
Nearly. But
Close.
not more. Did I say this? This is in the colorway Silver Bells. And so it's like white with like icy
so
blue and gray.
That's what you should have done your muscle bra out of.
Oh, it's so
because like you can't do socks
good.
out of it.
No, I think it's going to be a neck thing.
A neck thing would be nice too.
And it's so soft. It's so soft. Like I want a onesie out of it. Obviously, that's
no.
I can't afford that.
Supposed to be knitted garments on your legs.
No, there's
a hard rule for me.
But like I want to just wrap up in it and just live in it. And that is my
That's
damage.
your Knotty Lamb.
That's
damage.
my Knotty Lamb damage. I have other damage.
The only other thing that I procured this month, because I like going into January pre-podcast and everything, was like, I'm not going to spend any excess money. Like January is going to be a zero spend month for me. Then we did a podcast, and I was like, this is going to be so lame if I don't have anything to show you guys. So I'll buy something. So I went to, good old Etsy. And there was no rhyme or reason to this. I just liked it. I was like, click buy, done. But this is 3 by the Sea. Sorry, it's crinkly. It is
So cute.
a DK mini fade set in the colorway Evergreen, and I love it.
It matches me.
It does. That's so funny because when I showed Erin that I got this, she was like, I was gonna buy that too. So I'm so excited. And I even like had already picked out a pattern. Then I didn't realize I bought a DK weight. I think they only had DK weight left. The pattern I picked out was fingering weight. So I don't know. I have another pattern in mind just in case, but I'm going to do a cowl with it, I think. I also have a pattern picked out for my spin cycle for a cowl.
I have nothing picked out for mine yet. I just liked it and I bought it. Well, I had an idea of what I wanted, but I don't know if I'll.
Oh, yeah.
There's a huge, I don't remember what the name of it is, but there's this huge, beautiful shawl that, again, Table 10, because I'm highly influenced by what they do, because they make beautiful things. Go watch them if you haven't found them yet. Table 10,
they're just a good time.
Knitting podcast. They're, I think we talked about this last time, but sisters out of the Pittsburgh area. They're so fun. They're just so fun. And they're beautiful and prolific knitters. They
like don't feel bad that you don't knit as much as them.
We've had
to like hype ourselves up a little bit there because it's like, what are we doing? We don't get this many things.
They have kids too.
Yeah, like know. What?
Like they are prolific.
It's impressive.
I went on Knit Picks because they were having a sale, and I, as I've mentioned, have a good friend of mine who's having, actually two good friends that are having babies in the spring, and so I wanted to get some yarn to make little baby blankets. So I went in during their sale, and I got, it's the Wool of the Andes Superwash worsted weight, and they didn't have a lot of colors left because they were in the middle of their sale, so I picked what I could.
I think those are both pretty. Such cute colors. So
I think I'm happy with them. The purple one.
We know they're both girls, right?
Yes, both girls. The purple one is Indigo Heather, and the blue one is Fjord Heather. And I thought they're just so cute together. So that will be, what did I say? I have it queued up. The Simple Knit Pearl Blanket by Laura Simonson is what I'm gonna do.
They're really cute
with this one. And it's textured, but it's not like cabled or anything like that. It's a textured blanket with just knits and pearls.
Nice.
So
appropriate for a baby.
Yeah, easy enough. And then while I was on there, I saw this one, a Felici. The colorway is popular. My girls love Wicked, and I thought
I really think that one is. It gives me such Wicked vibes. Reminds me of your girls.
Well, they love it. So this will be short. I mean, it's a 50 gram skein, so I could do both of them like shorties socks, with it. But that's what this.
Oh my god! And use like a bright green for the heel. That would be so cute.
That is the plan. That's what we've acquired.
I had one thing I wanted to talk about because I am doing a knitting venture thing really quick. Sorry, guys. We just keep going. More like sorry to our family that's kicked out of the space here. But
I mean, they're doing fine.
Yeah.
We haven't had to press pause yet.
It's true. So my husband, those socks that he was arguing to me about the colorway name, these are them. They're very loved. I actually took them directly off of his feet the other day because he was putting wood on the fire and I saw the bottom of his feet. And look at this. The way I gasped, he thought something happened to our children.
It looks like he ate them.
You guys. So, not only do I have to darn his other socks that he has, that was also something I talked about last time. I haven't done that yet. But I think these are past the point of darning. So I am going to cut the heel out and I'm going to re-knit it. And I'm quite nervous about that. But
that's an undertaking.
I don't know. Like, I feel like I have to.
But what a testament to his love of hand knit socks, though.
Like, he loves them so much. It makes it easy to do, in theory. Makes it easy to commit to doing.
Because you know he'll get. I mean, they will be.
But also
loved until the end.
I watched a video of a woman doing it, and she talked about like if you needed a reason to do a different heel color, let that be the reason. because like all of like I'm just gonna rip out that one color, so I'll know where to stop
That's actually
to pick up all my stitches on the needles again, because I'm gonna have to cut it out, start back. I'm just gonna do another heel flap and gusset.
You're not
Or
gonna
I'm not
try
gonna do the
different-
gusset, but I'm not gonna try to do different. I don't, because I already did the gusset. So like in my
That's
head,
true.
again, I don't want to do the math here to figure these things out.
Just another heel flap, then pick up the stitches and
Yeah, and so then
like
so yeah,
Kitchener down
then
the
I'll
side.
Kitchener it across the bottom, and then the sides you just sew it together. So, and I'm gonna reinforce the yarn.
Does it need to be no? It's fine on the heel or on the
The
ball,
ball
of the foot. Still,
yeah.
it's fine.
No, yeah, that was the only thing. But
You
he
just like cheese on them.
he's like, his feet were up and he's putting wood on the fire because he's like kneeling down, and I was just like,
What happened?
that is a big hole.
That's a hole.
Not mad because he loves them. Mad because he loves them. So add to my to-do list. That I'm more curious about, so I might have that done before our next endeavor. Because if that's the
I'm curious
case,
about
like
it too.
that's a win. Because he does love them. I think his other pair is worn out there. It's just they're DK, so I think it'll be easier to darn and seal up that hole. But it'll be good to know. And I'm going to use that reinforcing thread stuff. Yeah.
Again, back to table 10. They're doing a bingo. They have they've made a bingo card, and one of the things on their bingo card is learning a new technique. I will print you one of their bingo cards, and you can.
Hey, I'll print it today. I need to print my Ozetta clay sweater pattern.
Then just checking them off.
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, well, we have even exceeded our time from last time. So
thanks for hanging out this
you.
long if you've stuck around and listened to all our problems and not problems. We acquired a lot of yarn. That's not a problem.
That's not a problem at all.
Check out our Instagram page for shop updates. Find us on Ravelry, and you can see exactly the yarns that we have.
Friend us on Ravelry. Now that we know that we can friend
there.
on Ravelry, friend us on Ravelry if you're so inclined.
Yeah, our
follow us,
progress,
like, subscribe.
It helps.
And again, thank you for all of those that commented.
Yes.
If I haven't responded to your comment yet, I will. I promise I will. Life happens. We've read them all. We love you dearly.
Yeah, you guys made this so much fun.
You did. Truly, truly. And if we can have a little place on the internet where we feel like we can connect with fiber friends from all over the place, then all the better for it. So I think we're going to sign off. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here, and enjoy.
Listen to us yap at you for a while.
Enjoy your knitting. Enjoy your projects. Tell us what you're working on. And do you use Ravelry for that? And if you do, friend us. And also, so that we can track what you're doing too.
Are we missing something on Ravelry at this point? I feel like we've covered all the tabs, but if there's some other secret little sneaky thing that you do, let us know.
That would be great. Okay. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.
There you go. You're welcome. Have a great day. Good start. Good. Thanks.
I like the mud and I like the stuff.
I know.
I don't like any of these types of things, but I like this.
But you like that one.
I do.
It's called Smoke.
I know. It's very beautiful.
Oh, and check out the bright pinky one.
This one can go in your wardrobe.